Blessings to my Tottenham fans. Good morning all. Welcome back to the channel. I'm that Hotspurs guy. I'm past the point of what happened with Crystal Palace on Sunday. Let's move on. We've got a big game tonight. Manchester City in the Carabao Cup. I'm being honest, I'm not looking forward to it. I know, I think what I've been hearing is that City have quite a few players out, quite a few players missing. They've got quite a bit of a shoestring squad, but again, none of that really matters because it is Manchester City. Like, oh God, bro. I know, like, obviously we kind of have our moments with Manchester City too. You know, like I've seen some crazy games against Manchester City pretty much since like Manchester City fell on a bunch of money. Like ever since Manchester City just fell backwards onto a bunch of money, we've kind of been like, I wouldn't say rivals, but we've kind of been in that sense, because I remember it was like Man City and Spurs kind of battling it out for the fourth spot of Champions League back then as well, you know? Like who can forget the crouch winner, like, you know what I'm saying, to kind of get us that moment. But oh man, I don't know, because it's like I'm looking at the last three competitions that we played Man City. The last three competitions we played Man City, we lost 2-0 in the Premier League. We lost 1-0 in the FA Cup, and we drew 3-3 back in like December 2023. So our last three games haven't really been anything to get hyped about, I'm being honest. And I know, yeah, it's a cup competition, so anything can happen, but who knows? Who knows? And it's just, even now with the team selection as well, I think Ange is going to pretty much do what Ange does and pretty much kind of almost self-sabotage himself by not playing the strongest squad that we can today, possibly. I know we're going to see the likes of Timo Werner come in. We're going to see a defensive change of like maybe Davis comes in as left centre-back, you know what I mean? Alongside Dragusin, like the most terrible type of centre-back pairing we could ever put together, Davis and Dragusin. And I don't blame Dragusin, because Dragusin doesn't get any games. So when he has like a little mistake in him, I would prefer that our fans didn't jump on Dragusin's back, because he'll play one game and then he'll be dropped for 5. And then he'll come back in again for another and then be dropped for another 5. It's like for the past couple of managers that we've had, like when we have like a sub who performs well and scores and assists, aka a la Steven Bergwijn when he came on and got those 2 winners against Leicester, you would assume he would start the next game. But he didn't. He was dropped again to the bench. And a lot of our managers do that a lot. We always keep dropping some of our best players to the bench, and then when they performed well after coming off the bench, they still get dropped to the bench. But that's the whole point of having a 25-man squad through the Premier League run, 30 plus games, not including the competitions. You're supposed to be mixing these players. You can't play the same 11 from beginning to end. You have to mix it up. Free Jed Spence. That's all I've been saying. I don't understand why Jed Spence doesn't get to play, whether he's injured or not, because even when he wasn't injured, he still doesn't play. Serge Reguilon, where is he? That is our left-back replacement, and he's never in the matchday squad. So I don't even know who, because let's be honest, even whoever we play or whoever we start tonight for our starting 11, let's be honest, the front three is going to be terrible regardless. It's going to be a terrible front three, because who have we got? Solanke, who doesn't score, Richarlison, who doesn't score, and Werner, who doesn't score. And Brendan Johnson, who pretty much like, okay, those 6 games, 6 goals, or was it 6 or 7 goals in 6-7 games? Those goals were pretty much laid out on a plate for him anyway. You know, it's not like he scored those goals of his own creation, you know, like bombing down the wing and going past these men and cutting in. It wasn't anything like that. It wasn't. So where are our goals coming from? Really, where are the goals coming from? I really don't know. Crystal Palace, we didn't have any goals, you know. Sure, West Ham, we scored 4, but that was more down to West Ham's terrible performance anyway, even though they beat Manchester United for their next game, you know. But we're barely scoring goals right now, people. I don't know what's gonna happen tonight, personally, you know. And I don't like to normally bet against my team. I hate betting against my team. I hate to say that, oh yeah, we're gonna lose tonight, but I think we probably might. I think after what's it, 8:15. For some reason, we got to kick off the latest tonight as well. This is just a joke, but I have a feeling that after tonight, we're going to be in just 2 cup competitions. I'm being honest. I don't think we'll be in anything else, because I think when it comes to this Carabao Cup, I don't think most of our managers and our owners don't care a single thing about it. And I can tell you and prove to you why our chairman and our owners don't care about the Carabao Cup, because we sacked one of the most, if not the most decorated manager in modern football. We sacked him a week before his final in the Carabao Cup. So again, that proves to me that right now our owners don't care about winning trophies. What we do care about is getting Champions League football. Remember last season with Fulham in the cup, what we did then? I have a feeling it will be the same thing again tonight. Even when we played Coventry earlier on this season, Coventry was having us up, bro. We were getting had up by Coventry. Sure, we got the win, but I'm being honest. I was kind of hoping that Coventry, and that's terrible for me to say as a Spurs fan, because it's like, from what I've been seeing lately from Spurs, is nothing to be ranting and raving about. It's not. And a lot of our fans are saying things like, oh, this team's rubbish, Manchester United's rubbish, or this team. But I'm like, bro, like we're only 2 or 3 points ahead of these people, or lost more games than this team. So what does that make us? If they're rubbish, if they're crap, if they're poor, what does that make us? What are we just null and void in all of that? We're just our own thing. So, like I said, I don't know. Who knows? Because I know Pep hates to lose to Tottenham anyway. He hates to lose to Tottenham, and they just pretty much got their first win. They got their first win at the Tottenham Hotspurs Stadium anyway. I think it was like earlier on last season, or earlier on this season. I can't remember. What was it? Yeah, May. Yeah, 14th of May. 14th of May this year. Like, what the hell? That's what I'm saying. They got their first win. So, I don't know, people. Who knows? But again, what I'd like to see a strong squad tonight, but I don't think we're going to see one. We're going to see some of the most lamest players come in, and we're going to throw in most of the kids again, and most of the kids are just going to be pretty much vilified for not performing again, but they've been thrown into the deep end again against the best team in the country. Whether or not they've got a shoestring side or not, they're still the best team in the country, So, I don't know, man. Can't tell. I can't tell you what the score's going to be tonight, people. I can't tell you that. But I'm more on the side of, after tonight, we'll be in 2 cup competitions, the FA Cup and the Europa Cup. And I think that's the only thing. Because to be fair, like I said, the objective at the beginning of the season that should have been posted all over the gaff, all over people, all over the players' houses and whatever else have you, should have been, forget everything, drop everything. Europa League title is the one we are after. Because if our owners and chairman want Champions League football so badly, if the majority of our fan base looks at top 4 Champions League as a trophy, like we just have to get top 4, just get top 4, doesn't matter what happens, just get top 4. And I'm just always just like, bro, for what? I feel like getting Champions League football was the worst thing that happened to the club. It was the worst thing that could have happened to the club, because Harry Redknapp got it for us, and the chairman sabotaged him. And then we brought in AVB, chairman sabotaged him. And then we brought in Poch, chairman sabotaged him too. Like, we're just constantly being sabotaged. Like, every manager we bring in is constantly being sabotaged. So even the argument of, oh, if we get rid of Ange, who do we bring in? It really doesn't matter, because they're going to be sabotaged by the higher ups anyway. It really doesn't matter. It's the same old Groundhog Day. I've read this chapter before, Tottenham Hotspurs. So I don't know, guys. You let me know. Let me know in the comments. Like, share and subscribe. We're on the road to 100 subs right now. We need to get to 100 subs. Come on, people. So yeah, share the videos, like, comment. I'm that Hotspurs guy, and I'll be dropping my match reaction probably in the morning. Definitely in the morning. But yeah, I'm out of it, people. Peace.